with us. Um, Evan went AFK. He's not on here right now, but he's going to be driving 36 today. And I'm driving 57, doing Route 42. But yeah, this is 57. Not faded like it is in real life. I got to fix that eventually. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get this bad girl started. And we're going to do our pre-trip. And there goes my RoR. Just please bear with me as I relog. Hold on while I pull up my YouTube messages here. I hope everybody's doing well. Ooh, Safety Liner C2's live streaming. Shout out to Safety Liner C2. Let's see. Alright, good. It's popping up on live streaming. Okay, it is 720p 60. I'm gonna just keep it like that. Alrighty. And yes, we are still hiring. I am looking for 5, 6, maybe even 7 drivers. I'll put the application in the chat in a few minutes here if you'd like to join. We are really short-handed. You guys will notice that tonight. It's only me and Evan tonight. I don't even think we have a dispatcher tonight, so we'll have to wait and see. If any of our dispatchers are watching this, we need you. Well, I need to make a snow map because it is snowing outside. And I deeply apologize about the background. I deeply apologize about the background noise. My parents are pissing me off. I will be right back. Alrighty, YouTube. We're going to go ahead and start our pre-trip. And while I'm at it, I might as well... Is my music... Okay, my music is paused. Good. Alrighty, YouTube, we're going to do our light check feature here. Make sure of our lights are working, and I better get my pre-trip form out, or else I'll write myself up for not doing a pre-trip form. Let's see here. I apologize about all the background noise. Last week it was so quiet here during routes. Now everybody's home today and it's loud. Nothing I can do about it though. Why is my Chrome not loading? Alright, just hold with me guys. My computer's acting stupid at the last minute today. But yeah. Alright, we're gonna shut that off, and we're gonna check our amber, our warning light, our door, and our stop sign activation. We're gonna close it all. Alright, that works. Our radio's up there. All of our markings. Check and make sure our seats are attached and not tore up. They are. Alright, let's go on the outside and shut the bus off and check our fluids real quick. Fluids are good, belts are on there. Radiator's looking good. Filters are all on there. Tires are looking good, rims are looking good. All of our ID numbers, all of our stuff's on there. Alright, let's turn this thing back on. Check our shifter. Our shifter is looking good. Let's check our steering wheel. Steering wheel's looking good. Check our tires and our markers on this side. They're looking good. Our tire is looking good. Mud flaps on there. Tires looking good. Battery box looking good. Fuse door looking good. Stop sign panel looking good. This tire's looking good. This side of this tire's looking good. Okay, this side of this tire is looking good, and this side of this tire is looking good. Alright. And make sure. And make sure all of that's good. All of our side markers are on here, all of our numbers and letters. Okay, I'm going to move my sun visor up. Gonna put my defroster, my heaters on because it is cold out, and alright, and turn on my heated mirrors since it's snowing. Alrighty, all I have to do is fill out a pre-trip form and I'm ready to go. And if you're in my company, you're required to do this every time you take out a different bus. Our oil was good, our coolant was good, our battery was good, our tranny fluid was good, our master cylinder was good, all this was good. Oh, I didn't check underneath the chassis. Our underside of the chassis is good. All of the connections, leaf springs are good. The airbags back there are good, okay. Wiring under there is good. Our steps are good, no rust, no daylight. Bus is clean. Seats are good. Don't have seat belts. Windows are free of chips and cracks. Our warning devices all work. We have our triangles behind the seat. Our fuse box down underneath my window here looks good. We have a first aid kit. Let's make sure it's stocked. It's stocked. We got a fire extinguisher. Our numbers and our letters are good. Odometer is... We'll just make up mileage. I don't know what this bus actually has. I'm just guessing. Probably around the range it does. Most of our 06s and 7s have in that range. Steering wheel's good.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I had to bring part of my food. Please tell us about it.
You're fine. I'm still doing my pre-trip, so.
Start the stream yet?
Yep, the stream's been up for a while now.
Oh, let me check to see. On Sure Gaming YT on
I need to put the applications and stuff in there. I will in a few minutes.
looking on Sure Gaming and it's not saying yeah.
That's interesting. It's saying it on my end.
Oh, check on my computer.
And I'm on my phone too watching it. I didn't feel like pulling the laptop out right now. Driver's seatbelt's good. Already checked all this. This stuff's all looking good. Check the right side mirrors there. They were all on there.
I'm gonna copy and paste the link to EMU and then I'm gonna copy and paste it on my phone so I can text it to a friend.
Oh, that's fine. So that light's not working. Our ID lights are working. Front 8 ways. Our front reflector. Windshield has no cracks on it. Our underside of the chassis is clear. Crossovers are on there. Left side mirror is on there. Left tire's good. Driver's side windows opens, no cracks. Stopper and panel, all this is good. Let's go check my exhaust pipe. I didn't check that earlier. But my exhaust pipe's clear. Your tail and brake. Our ID lights are working. Our rear 8 ways, reflectors. My fuel tank filler cap, I didn't check that. I'm going to go ahead and alright. What's wrong?
That's weird because I can't see 57, but then I can spawn 57.
I don't know what to tell you then. It's not my end anymore.
Yeah, it's probably with my computer. Oh. Love it how it likes to be difficult whenever it gets this close to routes.
Yeah. Alrighty, now onto the application, YouTube. I'm going to be getting that up for us here.
Caleb, can you PM me the truck file?
Truck file's the same. That shouldn't be your issue. Hold on a second. It's
Okay.
kind of doing something else. I will in 1 minute here. Come on, you freaking thing. Just quit being so hard-headed. There we go.
Thank you, sir.
If you are just now joining the stream, we're going to be starting route. We're going to be pulling out a lot around 7.
Yup. I'm here.
If everything works out good, of course. But like I said, like I always say, we definitely are still hiring. As you guys could see, our CB radio has only me and Evan on it tonight. But we are still hiring.
It works, boys. We're in business. Oh yeah, I can see your bus. It's idling.
Yep, it is.
I'm spawn bus 36. But I think I know that certain someone who's watching the stream.
Alrighty, YouTube. This is 36. I'm gonna link my Flickr below, and y'all could find a picture of the real life bus on Flickr. This thing was at the dealer for a long while.
Hey,
Supposedly it was a recall, supposedly.
say 36 like Kayla does.
36, yep.
So AM and PM today, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Let's open this pre-trip form real quick.
since it is cold, it's really cold today, I will allow the 15-minute idle policy. I think that is the idle policy in real life, I think.
It's SRSD, it's pathetic. It's a 5-minute idle
I
policy.
remember that.
It's not that bad here. It's a idle policy, so AC buses are allowed to idle in the summer. They sometimes idle up to 40 minutes. I wouldn't idle for more than 20 minutes though. Freezing cold, and I would. If I could find the actual exit. Drivers, pre-trip, post-trip, trip inspection.
You also check pinned messages. It'll be easier to find. I can't speak.
Messages, okay. And the driver information, yeah, pretty sure. Pre-trip form.
Pre-trip inspection form.
Put ICSB to 0 or 0, 0. To 6. Today's slow at 11. 2019. The current time is 6.
I'm gonna go into my office real quick and check out a few things before we leave the lot.
I'm gonna do realistic things since we're doing AM and PM. I'm gonna be running on time until it's my first stop until.
I'm not really worried about how realistic I do mine. I'm just gonna do mine.
Attentions, all schools will dismiss 2 hours early today, Friday, January 11th.
That is correct. That is all correcto. I feel sorry to anybody that I just said that wrong. That's not how you say it.
Oh, schedule. Shoot, I'm supposed to be at my first stop in 5 minutes. Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna check mine real quick. Okay, I'm supposed to... Oh, dang it, wrong one. I'm supposed to be at mine. It says 20, but I'm going to adjust the times. We're going to say o'clock since it's got a 0 on it. I'm going to be at my first stop at probably in a few minutes here. My first stop's a little bit down the road, so...
My route is gonna be in my elementary's in the apartments over there by the high school.
Alright, I'm going to allow everybody to leave once they're done with their trips, their pre-trips, so...
Yeah, I'll be out of there eventually. Since it's illegal to text and drive, I gotta make my text before I pull out on the road.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Let me ask Homie if he's watching the stream.
I'll check that when I get to my first stop.
36 to base. I mean, sorry, I gotta read that. 36 to base for a radio check.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Or I mean, you're good to go.
My PC volume down here a little bit so there's no echoing.
Alright, I'm gonna check that real quick here. And if you applied and I haven't responded back to you, I don't check the applications all the time. Please PM me, because sometimes I do forget. All of us have lives outside of the RoR game, and I'm still a few minutes early. I'm going to go ahead and pull over right here.
So okay, I'm gonna be perfectly on time. Or 1 minute early. Transmission's messing up on my express AC.
But anyway, YouTube, if I go AFK during routes, I apologize. My dinner will probably be done eventually. Like it always is, you know, because that's always how it is. And I've been off push to talk the whole entire time.
Hello.
Hello.
You wanna try to get on the server with the map I sent you last week?
I'm not gonna be getting on the server anytime today. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
Keep it alone. They're frozen and it's messing up like the connection.
We don't have a dispatcher, so that's fine.
Okay.
Gonna get my next stop at 7:04.
I mean, there was accidents everywhere. The buses were an hour late to the school. By the time I got off the bus, it was dark. I was the last one off.
Yeah, I was hearing there were a lot of accidents around the area. They let out school early here. All the buses are off the road by like three-ish, I would say.
Yeah, we District 118 they couldn't do it due to a, like 3,000 kids and there's kindergartners, so little kids. So like we didn't want to like just in case we didn't want to like have the kids wait outside if their parents were at home due to them being at work.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
That's why
We
they
had
don't let.
nothing but rain down here all day. It was feeling like 23 and it was like 33. If it would have changed 1 degree, oh, we would have been in a mess. We got like 5, 6 inches of rain. It would have been 5, 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, Belleville West and Belleville East got out early.
Speaking of them, we actually played them, I think, week, I believe.
Yeah, you had told me or one of y'all.
Yeah, the bus that always goes down to Belleville is Mr. 201 defeat.
All you hear and all you heard on the radio today was there's a car wreck, there's a car wreck here, there's traffic. We were stuck. We were in the ditch. It was
All we heard on the radio today here at my school is the center of attention about 250 every day. All you heard is 39, you left kids at the school, so she just pulled over up, and then 47, you need to go back, you left some more kids, and then, yeah, everybody except us left somebody there. They're
yeah,
just blessing.
yeah. The street lights were already on. It was dark. It it was about 5:33 when we got out. They were driving super slow. I was telling my bus driver, we were talking about she's not gonna make it up this hill. She's not gonna make it up. She made it up, but when she stopped to let some students off the bus, when she started to accelerate, he was rolling. And she did it so much, she got in the middle of the road and she was like, "Nigga."
That's scary.
Yeah, I posted some pictures.
Yeah, I seen that. That's scary.
Yeah,
I've been in weather not very similar to this one time back when I rode 42, which that bus had good traction control on it. But yeah, it was scary, but we had a really good driver, so
Oh yeah, and if you guys see that one first window down by the driver's window, the first window that's yeah, I put that down. And my bus driver just kept trying to drive, knowing she was not getting out.
yeah, if I was in that situation, if the road was clear and I saw the snowy hill, I'd back up a little bit, I'd floor it all the way, put it in first, go right up the hill, and then stop it, and then I'd roll down a little bit, put my four to the brakes, and then I'd floor it again. Or I'd just put chains on it before I head out.
I don't think chains are allowed here.
They aren't?
I don't think so.
I think they're allowed here in El Paso.
Yeah, um, I guess since there was so much traffic because my bus driver was planning on going down, but I think it was 161 and 159 or something like that. It all the way down. It was horrible.
That's scary. Yeah, I've been on maps down in that area before, and yeah, that sounds. I've heard those interstates or
Getting
highways
off the
before.
highway, getting off the highway. Yeah, cars like 161 cars are just rolling into each other and just sliding, couldn't move. It was police was there. Oh, it was crazy.
Wow, yeah, the Alton Streets Department, they've been up and down my street a lot before the storm even started. But yeah, that is pretty scary.
Yeah, it is. Just cars are bumping into each other. 83 had to switch to 103, and it was a different driver because Miss Jackie wasn't there. His name is Mr. Frank. He used to be the old bus driver for 83 back when it was first.
Here, there's a sub driver for 39 today. It's this little old lady who drove me to work. This lady's a savage. I told her how the kids like to
Speaking
throw
of
things out the window
radio
of her windows.
chatter,
Oh no, they're not gonna throw things out my windows. Savage.
Yeah, all the drivers were driving like up to like I would say 15 miles per hour, the highest. We were on the main road. We was the first stop. All cars. We were backing up traffic.
Alrighty, YouTube. I'm gonna be going AFK. I'm gonna be going AFK in a minute or two here.
Whenever you AFK, you want to teleport to my bus so then your stream has something to watch.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see, I'm about 2 minutes early here. 36 today.
Go ahead for Bay.
I'm about a minute early to my stop. Not gonna list the location for reasons. And there's no kids coming out here yet. So do you want me to just keep pulled over here on the major road, or would you like me to pull off into the little apartment complex road?
10-4. What street is it?
I am at the Surrey Court apartment complex off of Pierce Lane.
10-4. Proceed.
42. Going AFK for a few minutes.
10-4.
10-4. Thank you.
Hello, YouTube. We're back. Sorry for the delay, AFK delay. 42 back in service.
36 is done with route. I'm heading to Wilson Brown right now.
Don't worry about my middle school, please.
Oh, I won't. Don't you worry. Actually, I just passed you right before you came back.
10-4, I'm sorry. I had. Yeah.
You're good. Anyway, YouTube, I apologize about the delay. We're all back up in service now.
At the first US, can we unload 25 after?
Sure. 'Cause that's the real time in real life.
Okay, because
Base
that's
42, do you have a copy?
Repeat.
Base to 42, do you have a copy?
10-4.
Do you know a student by Demetrius Jones that rides your bus?
I can check. 1 second here. Yes.
Okay, is she on your bus?
Yes, she is.
10-4.
yeah, because 25 after would be a good time so I get pulled up.
10-4. I'm heading to my first elementary school.
Then I start at 40 after. I start early.
And by the way, let's act like it's not the weather out there right now. Let's act like it was the weather when we were still doing routes.
Doing PM or AM?
We're doing PM.
We're doing AM right now.
I know. I'm saying, do you want to start doing AM or PM?
We're doing AM and then we're going to do PM. I think we're going to go ahead and do both. I think we'll be able to fit it in tonight.
No, what I'm saying is, do you want to do the storm thing during AM or
Probably neither because they let them out early today.
What about
Oh, were just acting like it's snowing or something like that. Okay.
About the very end of PM, Caleb, like at like 3 something.
Yeah, I guess, but they didn't run that late today. I think everybody was done with their route by like 1 or 2 because they let out 2 hours early today.
Mm, yeah, buses would have still been on the road for.
Buses are on the road till 7 here, no matter what.
Well, yeah,
We have
but the radio's been really quiet for the last 4 hours, so I don't really think anybody's really on the road anymore.
like a couple years ago we had bad ice storm when it was icy one day after school. First bus pulled in at its normal time about 3:45. Last bus got back about 10:30.
Just remember, that might be you, but that's not here.
I'm unloaded at Wilson Brown. Somebody came out and got the kids early. So 25 after
Alright, that's fine. Here in real life, actually, AM's drop and go, so you're good.
okay, so I'm gonna go on to left C.
Whoever's watching, I hope you're enjoying. To the other person that is watching, like I said a minute ago, I hope you're enjoying. I haven't forgot about you. I'm just busy trying to stay on my route here. My AFK didn't take as long as it normally does
I'm
tonight.
gonna get on two radios. I'm gonna be on here and I'm gonna be on first student because they're having routes at the same time as you guys.
That's fine.
Oh, screw this. I'm gonna pull up here with you, Caleb, since there's no other place to pull up to me right over here.
That's fine. It's only us tonight.
And yeah, today when we got stuck, everybody's just yelling. They're ready to go and they're calling their parents. I didn't call my parents to tell them I was gonna be late. I was planning on it, but I didn't have any service. So basically, I just stayed and hung out.
Hi, Mr. Caleb. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. There's news going out. The school district's gonna let out early because it's supposed to snow a crap ton this afternoon.
Yeah, I think they already canceled. I was checking Facebook when I was at the lot earlier.
I was checking it while I was pulled over from like 7:10 to 7:13.
Yeah, because they said they were going to about, I'd say 9 something this morning.
Yeah. Alright, we'll see you at the middle school.
See ya.
Every literally, my bus driver couldn't even get on the radio. She had to call on the land.
That's happened here before where it's been so, yeah.
It happens
So
all the
they can't hear her, like, because everybody's talking. and basically it was everybody saying they were stuck, they were late, or there was traffic, or there was an accident.
Finishing our first stop at 7:30 since I gotta go do something with midday. Bus 36 today. 36 today, Corey.
Come back.
I'm gonna be running about 10 minutes early on my middle school route.
All right. It's 7:20. I'm breaking up. It's 7:26. And
Before.
Sorry I haven't been talking on YouTube. I've been trying to keep in focus here. I'm going to check something real fast here while I'm at this stop because I might be here early. Let's see. Alton High School. No, this isn't. Actually, no, this is a combined, so. Well, actually, I'm late. We're going to say I'm late. And by the way, you don't have to go off the real times.
I don't know. I'm running like, according to the real times, that was the thing. I'd be running like,
I like doing the real time.
I'd be running about,
I would do the real times, but um, we're like far off from 42's actual real times, so I don't want to wait until 7:55.
Oh,
okay. I'm about 20 minutes early right now. I'm at Dixon and Oakview. Oh no! 46 to base. Yep. Kirk has 6 to base.
And by the way, it's 36, not 36. 36. That's 36.
What's that? 36 to base.
go ahead for Bay.
I'm at Temp where I'm driving down. I was driving down Dixon Drive and my crossing gate flew off my bus.
Damn. Come back with the last five. Yeah.
I was
You're
driving on Dixon Drive and my crossing gate fell off of my bus.
10th floor.
St. George.
What they do in my district, she usually says, "Can I get a mechanic up to the front?" Is there a mechanic in?
Yeah, me and
Oh yeah.
Corey.
Never mind.
Here, I'm just gonna press backspace.
Yeah, that would be best to do. And I am Chad, the technician in charge here, basically the mechanic in charge. So yeah. In this ROR company, I am him. Now, in real life, he's himself, you know, because obviously I'm nowhere near as good of a mechanic as he is, and probably will never be. But anyway, if any of my actual ICSB Alton employees are watching, I apologize about my Sid George earlier. I just, I'll never forget that. That still makes me giggle. Whenever I think of, he actually really did say that. Now, nothing against that. I understand. I'd be pretty pissed too if I was being bothered while I'm driving a bus and thinking about driving on the road. Oh, I forgot I'm in the wrong place here. I'm gonna have to go to the high school now.
Doesn't he go to middle school first in the mornings, though?
I don't think so. I'm going to the high school first anyway.
I'm probably gonna head back to walk since I've got something to do here in a couple minutes.
Well, just remember, you only have elementary. I got both, so. Or not elementary, but middle school. Oh my goodness, I can't even think.
Oh lord. 36 to 42.
Go ahead.
Did
I
you
just ran
call?
my front right tire. I just ran over a nail. And I can feel it. It's not wanting to turn. Do you want me to pull in the shop when I get back?
10-4, please do.
Oh god.
Also, write it up on a post trip.
10-4.
42 to 36. Have you got that bus back yet?
Yep, I'm just pulling back into the yard now.
10-4, just making sure.
And then for PM, you want me to take a different bus? Can't get this fixed.
Base to
Sure, I
40.
might be able to swap tires out, but sure. Go ahead.
Base to 36.
This is 36.
I'm on the phone with the clerk at the school. Do you have a camouflage book bag on your bus?
No, I just got back to the shop and my tire check's going off. I'll check on my way back to take that off.
10-4. When you get back to the lot, please check.
Yep, there's one in the very back seat, 10 for. Yes, yes, sir. There is a camouflage book bag on my bus.
10-4. That needs to go back to the school.
Oh, let me hop on something else after I do my post trip, and I can take that book bag back to school.
10-4. I'll let them know.
Okay, cool.
And we might have some tires laying around that might have enough tread for you to use.
Okay, can I take that book bag back to the school in 54?
10-4, that's fine.
10-4.
I'll take bus 54 for that.
10-4.
Let me check on this one real quick. I'm headed back over there.
All drivers, make sure if you have a new number, you do put it in the office, just in case we need to make a phone call that there is early dismissal.
10-4. Also, all drivers, the school district and us here in administration are watching the weather conditions for later. I believe the school might try to do an early out today. I don't know yet.
36 to base.
Go ahead for Bay.
I'm pulling around the corner now at the middle school. If you want me to run in with the book bag or you want to send somebody out to get it.
Go in. Please check your bus thoroughly.
I checked my bus earlier and I didn't see it there.
10-4, just take it in. I'm telling you to check your bus thoroughly before you get.
42 to base. Can you have the high school hold breakfast for these students? There's only 5 minutes until the bell goes off.
10-4. Drivers, make sure when you get back to the lot, you check your bus thoroughly for any sleepers. Make sure you hang your signs, cut off all the lights and switch.
And also turn in your post-trip forms.
36 today, so I have dropped off that book bag. 42 will be possible. That's 36 before you tried getting the last line over here. I believe that nail is still laying there where I ran over it.
10-4. 42 to base. You might want to call the street department and notify them there's a nail on College Street right in front of the middle school.
10-4.
Red light.
10-4. I'm not behind you. You're good.
Oh, you're stuck at a red light way up there.
10-4 to that.
And these street lights must not like me, because I always hit these red ones. Oh, that traffic light up there is red. I really don't want to wait right now. I'm going a different way.
And all drivers, just so you know, your GPS information is tracked 24/7 and can be viewed by anybody in the office. You're in the shop wrong once again. I've said this like, I think 5 times now. People don't listen. I explained to him. He acts like he doesn't know. I've explained to him like 5 times. You cannot park in the shop like that. I get you forget. I've done stuff like that and I forgot, but I've got a brand new tire in here for you.
Then that crossing gate thing too. I picked it up earlier. It's sitting here in the seat. Brings crossing gate out.
Alright, that should be an easy fix.
Couple.
It just came loose off there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, your tire. Just, when you put it back on there, make sure the loose lug indicators, I know they're not on there, just act like they are. Make sure they all line up in a line.
Okay. Now, which bus you want me to drive for the afternoon? You want me to drive that one or this one?
If this one's good to go, the tire's on there good, and the cross gate's on there, you could take this one.
Okay, let me put this loose lugs back on there.
And make sure they're all fastened with a, what do they call it? One of those the tire things to make sure the lugs have enough pressure on them. You know, I took the class that taught you what that is, but I don't remember the name of it.
Torque wrench.
Yeah.
That boy up on the jack.
Well, yeah, I gotta do my post trip before I forget.
Oh no, the whole bus dropped off the jack. Oh no. Fire back up there, okay.
Everything all right in the shop?
Yeah, we just had a little accident though. The jack stand decided not to tighten and the bus dropped like that.
10-4, as long as nothing's damaged, fine, it's fine.
Yeah, I think all of them are good. I'll just have you come over and inspect it.
Be over there in a minute. I need to submit my post trip still.
Oh, ouch. I think that might have. Yeah, that jack drop doesn't look too good. Yeah, that front spring there might be I think we've got
I'll check it out in a minute.
front right leaf spring might be busted. That jack fell twice. I need to set my time for it. It's till like 7 a.m. on here. I need to set it to like 11 or no, like 12. 12:25.
Alright, YouTube, but this is basically all you do to become a driver here. I think 25. Okay, how much mileage did she have? She had 210, 536. We'll say she has 210, 540. 545. Alright, I'm coming in to check that.
Yeah, I don't think it's, I think it might have left a tire mark down in the floor, too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a spare.
Yeah, that,
Your suspension's messed up. We're gonna need to take apart that whole passenger side. The tire's gonna have to come back out and everything. We're not gonna be able to do it now because the school district just notified us via phone and email that we're gonna have to head out early for the weather that's coming.
I did fill out another pre-trip form on this bus, then?
If you already did a pre-trip form, you don't have to do another one on that one.
I haven't done one on 54 yet.
Alright, yeah, you might want to.
Okay,
Or you
then.
should, actually.
That's the supervisor. I'm gonna make sure I do that. 00000. That's back up to 46.
I'm just gonna do a light check and I'm good to go.
Bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, all drivers, we will be starting our PM routes early due to the weather that's coming in later. The school district contacted us, administrators, and notified us that school would be let out early due to the weather that's coming.
All drivers, if you are coming in last minute, let me know if you're going to be running late to the school due to it not being our proper times.
36 today.
Go ahead for base.
I'm just doing my pre-trip on this bus till there's let's just say incident that happened in the shop. So I'm gonna be on a sub this afternoon, and I might be just a tad late to my school, but I shouldn't be too far behind. If I even am behind.
10-4, I'll notify the school.
.42 for a radio check.
Loud and clear.
36 for a radio check.
Loud and clear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you have an after-school run, they are canceled today due to the weather. That includes night school for the highest school. That includes 21st century for the elementary and the middle schools.
Sport practices.
10-4.
That includes buses 47, 61, and 63, one-way drops to the middle school after school. And that also cancels buses 49 and 9's night school. Bus 5's after school activity.
The hospital work program, which already happened and was already covered by imaginary ferry driver. I'll be in funny here, but that was the only thing, and the Beverly Farm shuttle and the normal Mark Twain shuttles. Everything else was canceled.
But they have a Beverly Farm shuttle.
10-4, they got a special class that goes to the Beverly Farms.
Don't ride your truck in the middle school. Am I crazy?
You're all good. Just be cool. It's only us two doing routes tonight, so.
Just notify me if it starts to snow.
Oh, don't worry. You'll know. I'll be hollering if it snows.
It's not snow during this part of routes.
Just in case.
And so, I'm gonna
10-4.
pull a bus 61 down. I 10 so.
Or pull a Wally like me.
Go ahead, Mr. Ozark.
Oh no! We basically just leaked his whole name.
It's not like anybody's gonna watch this anyway. Well, anybody from up there anyways, right?
He'll survive.
Yeah.
I could say, oh, you'll live.
Yeah, it's just over exaggeration.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think this is what's it called? Lovejoy. But it's all cool. It's all cool. I'm not really too worried anymore about what schools or what, honestly.
This is East and West.
Once we get a map, I'll be worried, but alright now. Dang it.
High idle switch is turned on to very, very, very high.
Please don't do that. I don't think we use that switch very often. I just thought of something. Bus is off.
Didn't you share me that somewhere?
Probably, yeah, you'll have to see.
Yeah, you did.
Probably, yeah, you'll have to see. Alright, that's enough.
Now, I'll turn the volume back down so we don't get echo going here for like 20.
Yeah, because I don't like echo. At 5 after, we can depart.
I put my phone away, face down. I'm gonna go for a little bit of fresh air here.
All right, thank you.
Oh shoot, that's the gas pedal, not the brake.
Yeah, you could depart at 5 after. That's why you should put your bus in, put your parking brake, apply your parking brake. Not a good example on other drivers, by the way.
Good thing that there's no other drivers except you and me here tonight.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because that wouldn't be a good example.
one more thing. It's so funny because the mechanics actually got our bus out, and the our driver, she was sitting in the seat, like if you were to be a kid sitting in a seat. It was so weird.
Oh, wow.
She was sitting.
Actually,
Yeah, she was sitting by me while they were pulling up the bus out the thing, because they put these something under it, and it like helped get the bus out of the ditch.
oh. Actually, one time I actually had our shop manager, our lead technician, Chad, which he's in charge of the stuff for our terminal, mechanic-wise. He actually drove my bus a few times, actually.
Oh, cool. And when we were driving out, he didn't even shut the doors. He put the thing in drive. The bus wasn't started. He was trying to move, and Miss our bus driver, she was like, the bus isn't starting. And he said, yeah, you got to start up the bus. And he was trying to start it, and then they were saying put it in neutral. And I don't know. He was just his hands were.
Well, yeah, our mechanic knows what he's doing. The other terminals have been having issues with their 2018 ICs and their newer stuff. We haven't been having really very many issues with those, and everybody else is having issues with their Max Force 7s. We still have like pretty much all of our Max Force 7s is for like one or two of them that were traded in, but that's because they were eligible to be traded in.
Yeah, I'm sure he knew what he was doing though. I mean, like he didn't know the bus was off, I'm guessing. But
Yeah, I could
anyways,
understand that.
once he pulled up, once he got out of the hill, he was driving up with his doors open, and once he stopped, he shut them. Like, and they switched spots. She got back in the seat and put on her seatbelt, and she didn't notice the doors were closed. and he pulled the lever. And he pulled the lever to push the doors open. And then she was like, "Well, how am I gonna close it?"
Oh,
And he followed us the rest of the route just in case we got stuck again.
Yeah, that's what happened last school year with my '08 in real life. The doors open and they wouldn't close. So mechanic comes out, has to then pulls over the.
Unless when he stopped, they closed by themselves. Either he closed them or they closed by themselves when he fully stopped. Usually, when you move with the doors open, the bus beeps. I guess it's like when you're moving and the bus doors are closing. When you open it, it
yeah, all of our ICs beep when the doors open. So yeah, it's probably something to do with the door thing.
yeah, for us, you have to be fully stopped to open your doors, and it won't beep. My bus driver does that sometimes on like a mile per hour. She'll like stop and then open it, and it goes.
Yeah, my bus driver, she's a speed demon. So every time we go flying up to a bus stop, it goes.
Pulling out in 1 second or 1 minute.
And then it opens.
Yeah, you have to fully stop. It beeps, but it doesn't open. It one a mile per hour, it does open. It just beeps a little. I don't know. I don't know how they be doing it, but I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, she does fully stop. She never really opens her door while moving. One time we were at the train tracks and she didn't even open her doors. She just went.
Now here we got GPS. Illinois Central, I believe, has the Synovia GPS chip, I believe. If anybody that works there knows, you can correct me if you're watching my live stream. But yeah, they're able to see the door data. They're able to see where you are. They're able to see if your bus is idling. They're able to see all of that here because company equipment on the buses.
Yeah, I cannot do that. That's a little scary.
Drivers are clear to depart, and yeah, it can be like I didn't know all this until like a few
Yeah,
years
I
ago.
understand. I understand it's a school bus, but like that's a school bus you drive on a normal basis. Like that's weird. I don't like that because like, what if I did something wrong? I don't know. I just don't like when people's looking at me when I'm driving.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of times, though, they ask the drivers what their ETA is based as, so they
Yeah.
only look
Um.
at special
Yeah.
occasions.
Like she can go to. I don't know. Let me give an example. Base to 54. Where are you located? They do that.
I'm passing Gilson Brown.
And my bus driver, when she stops, she does not pull the parking brake. She only pulled it this time today. I guess because we were at the last stop. So like she pulled it because she was getting ready to do child check really quick. Even though she cut the bus off and did it earlier when we were on the hill in the ditch. So she just kept the bus on and walked back and back up. But she does not pull the parking brake. She only puts it in neutral. And when she puts it back in drive, she tries to drive like right then and there, and it jerks a little. And it really makes me mad because it goes, when she puts it in neutral drive, it goes.
I don't care about my bus. I want to.
You think your bus is bad? Try riding the FS65 when the thing would barely climb the freaking hills. They literally had to change 22's route because that thing would never climb hills like 2 years ago when we were first given 22.
Wait. What hill can you not go up?
It would never climb State Street hill, the hill at the bottom of my street.
Oh, that's why it only goes down.
That's why it goes the same way both. Yeah, it only goes down now because of that.
Yeah, we was all scared today because my bus driver takes a different route. We couldn't take the highway, obviously, because there was a roundabout. There's a roundabout, but we don't take it anyways. But there's a hill we have to
I know
turn
where
down
that
to get to the
roundabout
first
is in
stop.
Belleville.
And we thought
I know
we were scared because I
Belleville.
knew we were going to be sliding. And we were
Yeah,
just like, okay, let's pray, let's sing our songs, let's be happy. They're talking about dying.
yeah. Don't say that, cause you never know what might
Yeah, they
happen.
were going crazy. I wasn't. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, those kids on my bus, they go crazy. One time we hit a car in the school parking lot. They were all freaking out. They're like, she said it.
So, yeah. It's like when she hits the gas, I do get a little nervous for a bit. Cause like when she's hitting the gas, we're going up, we're sliding over, and we're going back. And I think when she gets done doing it, our bus is just about to go back and hit this house on the side of us. Because if you look at the picture, we were kind of slanted, and there was the house on the right side of us where you would usually unload the children.
That's creepy.
Yeah, those kids on my bus, they're crazy. I've been in PM calls with Caleb while I'm on the bus. You can ask Caleb all about them.
Yeah.
They're crazy. They're on crack or something.
Anyway, YouTube, the stream will be ending. I'm almost done with my elementary route. Then I head over to the high school, and then I do my. Then I head over to the middle school, and then after that, my route will be over. I do the route, and then I'll be pulling into the lot, do my post trip, make sure I have no sleeping children, and
And she was
I'm
flooring it. She
off.
was everything. And she was talking on the phone with, I guess, her friend. She was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna try to move it anymore because the kids are getting scared. They're all screaming." And then she started to laugh.
Wait, she was talking on the phone and driving?
Oh Lord.
Oh my. There's cameras on our buses and everything, and they pull those
We ha-
tapes.
how was she driving? How was she driving if she's stuck? How she's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, true.
Our parking
Now,
brake was on. We were
I
in
didn't
neutral.
hear that part.
Yeah, we were idle and the heat was on. And then at one point she just cut it off because she was burning gas.
Yeah, I could understand.
Yeah, she kept flooring it a little bit. She was like, and we just kept sliding. And this one girl kept screaming, "Oh my God, oh my." And then, yeah, that's when she called the company on the landline. And then she called her son because her son used to go to the school we went to. So he would have been riding on our bus, but he goes to West Junior High instead of Central Junior High. So I guess he was in like latchkey. And she was just telling them, yeah, our bus got stuck and I'm in the middle of the road. So, yeah, just give me time. I'll be there in a little bit.
36 of age.
Go ahead for babe.
I've gotten those kids this afternoon for Longview and Biscay, so I'm going off en route.
10-4. Base to 42. Are you clear yet?
I am en route to the high school.
Let's go. 10-4, 36. You're clear?
No, I've got uh, two stops left.
10-4.
and I'm heading to the middle school.
Yeah, I got a combined route, so I got to do high school and middle school.
And there's nothing like Florida DT.
Yep. I've been driving those Cummins so much lately.
I know what I'm saying, like driving
You
20.
know, I really thought I might still be buying this bus. I think he said this thing's supposed to be retiring not next year, but the year after. So my goal is to have this thing. I'll have to pay for storage at RV storage place, but you know, it'll be worth it. That's why I gotta get a job soon.
Honking. Maybe I could buy
And then we'll have we'll have all set up some bus meets and stuff, you know, 'cause maybe I'll even drive all the way to Ohio and see Mr. Noah's Amtran RE. I've always wanted to be up close to one of those in person, even though I probably was as a little kid, probably. And I just wasn't into buses back then.
I actually got some sounds.
Oh, that hurts!
Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to do that because I'm sure you guys can't hear over all that screaming.
Oh yeah, my bus is worse.
Yeah, she was like this. Yeah, she was like, "This is Wendy. I am stuck." Or something. She couldn't even get to the radio. It was so bad because they kept calling 62, 62, 62, and she kept saying 64 to base, and nobody's answering.
Our radio was really bad the first day of school.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. First day of school, radios are always bad. They're like, I'm finally got these kids. I finally got these. It's
They lost a kid today, too.
and the largest school district in the state. Oh yeah, it's hard. Okay, 10 for base to 124. 124 away.
Alright, first group at the high school. You can go.
56 en route from middle school.
I had to add that radio chatter because, you know, that's actually very common around this time back at 3:20. Usually they pull out at around 3:20 at the high school, so.
Hold on, I can do bus 7. Bus 7, oh the buses there. We can go with the high school.
Coming up the hill at the high school.
dude. She literally had to call them 4 times because they weren't answering. They couldn't get a good signal. They kept saying, "Can you hear me?" It was, and then the radio was breaking up. You couldn't even hear dispatch really talking because it was just breaking up.
That sucks.
Oh, I think you can hear this part. Hold on. Yeah, she was like, "I'm just sliding all over the place."
My old driver, Marilyn, it's so funny when she keys up on the radio because she's always like 22 to base.
Oh, Linda 60 is even funny. Bus 60 to Bay. Yeah.
And then we have 206.
So we got Tim, Hunter, the Dean.
And then we got Alton Base.
Got
That's literally what that's literally how Mr. Chat answers the radio.
and then you've got bus 3. Oh, what's his name? I forgot from yesterday.
Ron.
Bus 3. His name. Oh yeah, Ron. Yeah, Ron bus 3. Yeah. He'll go. I need my kids.
He literally says I need my kids and in my head I'm like you need your kids. I didn't know you had kids.
We've got 6 to 5 to base.
Then we have 36 to base. 36.
Been doing all night. 36. That's
She was letting half of the students off the bus also because at the point she was just like all over the place. Everybody's yelling. She can't hear the radio. She's on the phone at the same time. Police talking to her, and she was like, "Yeah, you can go," because she wasn't thinking about the stops or where they lived at the.
Alrighty, YouTube. After get to this middle school here, we'll start our route and then we'll stop at the garage and I'll do my child walk around and on the video, all in the stream. Tomorrow or tonight, I go back to school Monday, so I won't be as active during the day. Alright, we'll pull off at around 3:26 or 8:26. Hey, we're both rolling in 50 spares today.
and they're both the same year and both have the same engine and both have the same colored seats. Mine has LEDs and white roof though.
Mine's the favorite spare I've ever ridden on, so you know. Yeah, it's all good back here.
I like 52, but I didn't want a VT today. I wanted a DT.
This is a different video, but this is like when we got out.
Are they waving us to go up there 36?
There was literally nobody on the bus anymore. It was me and 3 other people, and 2 of them got off, so we were left with 2 more.
Wow.
Or 3 got off, and we were both the last stop. So when she was done, that was. Yeah. Let me stop talking because I'm not making sense because I'm confused.
The street department cleared the nail out of the street, by the way, 36, so you can use that lane now. Alrighty, YouTube, our first stop. We've got 5 more to go. Oh, by the way, when you approach a bus with its signs out here, you're supposed to put your hazards on. I know I haven't went over that.
I'm putting my yellows and hazards on because we do yellows over here.
Yeah, some drivers do that, but it's mostly your hazards.
Maybe like my bus driving as well with my hazards on, forget they're on because they're silent.
Red light up here on, oh, it's green now, never mind.
Oh shoot, my hazards were on.
I'm not doing that. That's kind of stupid, no offense. It's neglect to pay attention to your cluster.
Oh crap. It's starting to rain. I'm gonna put my wipers on. F9.
It's not, it didn't rain here today. Please don't add that as a scenario. Only snow. It didn't snow until later. Started snowing at around, I think, 3 o'clock, I think. Maybe even 2:50, I'd say. It's probably different down there because I think St. Louis and St. Clair County got hit first, I think. Because it wasn't snowing here. It was snowing in downtown, but it wasn't snowing here until about 3. It was snowing in downtown St. Louis, though, but it wasn't snowing here quite yet.
And I gotta do another coast trip, huh?
10-4 every time you do a route, and you're done with one, you got to do it.
Got it.
I don't need his extra got it crap. He always has to add something extra in. Okay, YouTube. Let me close my door here. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. There will be a live stream sometime this weekend. Please tune in. Um, I will have that up soon, and there's also videos coming your way. So, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you later.